Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Falcon Gaming. You asked for some Izumo gameplay, and here it is. Now, get back in the chat. I'd got to press 9 in OBS Studio to record, and then when the game loaded, I quickly pressed 9, and it went, hey, get back, and I'm like, sorry. Anyway, playing the Izumo, interesting matchup. 3 battleships, cruiser, 2 DDs. Got my spotting plane. Wish this thing had hydro or something better to spot torpedoes with in this match, but it's alright. And again, ranked has been interesting. But yeah, one of the comments was, how's the Izumo in ranked? And you'll see now. So I'm moving towards B, maybe to position for a firing arc on both C and A. I don't want to get too close to C. 2 DDs around. There is bound to be a wall of skill coming through. Not the slowest battleship, getting up to 28.7, 28.9 knots. And first enemy spotted. Oh look, it's my counterpart. So, send some shells his way. Probably not the best idea. Now everybody knows where I am. And I get spotting credit for another ship. 2 overpins. A little bit annoyed at that. How do you overpin the deck of one of the hardest battleships? Now, of course, he takes a fucking chunk of my health. 16,000 health away. That was unfortunate. Send some more shells their way, and I start turning away. I see the other battleships also turning away. Our DD has sent a wall of skill in there, and again I get 2 overpins for like 1,000 damage each, and these guys have already taken 20,000 damage off me. What the fuck? Seriously? Okay, Izumo, time to send some shells your way. For some reason my 3rd turret wasn't firing there. And it was actually the front one. It wasn't that it was an arc or anything wrong. Get 1 penetration, 2 penetrations, 4,000 damage. Not great. These guys scored 20,000 on me. Look at this. Look at this. Seriously? So pop my health booster, my repair there, and send some shells towards the Izumo. Time to put on the brakes. They are obviously Circa 2 focusing me. First wall of skill coming in, 4 torpedoes from the enemy. And having stopped, take a little damage at the front there. Only at 51,000 HP. This is not great. Let's see what this Izumo does. I send 6 more shells his way, and I'm aiming for the superstructure. Maybe I can get a decent punch through there. No, ricochet. How the hell is this possible? Luckily he's now lit up. Our destroyer is keeping him lit up. Other destroyers shooting at him. The battleships are shooting at him. Even our cruisers are shooting at him. So he's about to lose a large chunk of his HP. 2 battleships. Apologies, I'm in the final death throes of my flu. And as you can see, he's burning. Lots of HE hitting his way. And I decide, let's send more shells his way. So obviously somebody fired HE at me, and I'm burning. Yeah, thought it would have been the Jean Bart. And this is why I didn't want to move up. Wall of skill coming through this tunnel, or this pathway there. And the Jean Bart with his forward-facing turrets makes it difficult. Doesn't have to turn. Yeah, 1 penetration for 2,000. Not super happy at that. But yeah, they've decided now that somebody else needs their love. I'm putting on reverse. Fire is out. Let's see if I can put a few more shots. Oh. Friedrich the Grosse decides to go full broadside. I think I led him a little bit too much there. Bounced. German turtlebacks are also notoriously difficult to citadel, so it's a bit of a fudged shot there. I'm not happy with how that went. But he's continuing through that little channel there, so maybe he'll give us another chance. And I give him a little bit less lead. Let's see, maybe this can do some damage. 9,800. That's better. Can't complain about that. I have 2 more heals left, so I'll pop a heal, repair some armor. Only have about 40,000 left. And I decide to turn my nose a little bit. The Jean Bart is focusing on somebody else, and I want all 3 guns in play. And again, this, as I said in my first video when I got this, plan to play it like a Nelson. Ricochets and shatters. Another wall of skill coming through. And that Friedrich the Grosse is still going through there. Looks like he ate a torpedo from RDD. RDD played exceptionally well in this match. And he's still broadside. Now, if you're going to be broadside in a ranked match, you deserve a broadside of shells. Of course, 4 over penetrations and 1 penetration. If that was me, it would have been 4 citadels. RNG, I hate you. I decided to start reversing. I'm showing a little bit too much broadside there. And his secondaries start opening up. But I think it's too late for him. Team has been really good at focusing. Our Jean Bart is shooting at him. His secondaries are shooting at our Jean Bart. And I'm shooting at that Friedrich Grosse. Didi is shooting at that Friedrich Grosse. 3-on-1. Hopefully we should be able to finish him off before he kills our JB. Shells out. 8,900 damage. Hopefully that takes the chunk off that's needed for our team to finish him. Oh, sorry. It wasn't a Jean Bart, it was an Alsace. He takes our Alsace out, but he is nearly done for. And he eats one of the wall of skills from our Z46. We're 2 for 2, but we've lost the battleship and the cruiser. They've lost 2 battleships, and they've just lost their Izumo. Our Kitakazi took care of that, and now their Jean Bart is charging in on me. And this is what I was saying about this tank. Turn the nose up front. A little bit worried about this destroyer here. It's an Alsace, not a Jean Bart. My apologies. So their Alsace is now pushing me heavily. We've got 2 on the side there that's shooting at him. Our destroyer is moving in. I think he possibly wanted to do a ram on me, and I'm reversing, bow tanking, and this is what the Izumo was great at. Take a chance. Don't want to show too much broadside. And look at that. Bounce, bounce, bounce. My secondary sets a fire, and I decide, alright, wait. Not too much damage, but okay. Shells out. I bounce off him. But I'm not going to go head to head with him. That would be stupid, throwing away my ship. Ooh, and see, as soon as I turned a little bit too much, he put a huge shot into me. But it's alright. 1,000 damage, not too great. I need to turn my bow towards him. I can't take another side shot. Bounce fairly well there, or he aimed shit. And he's really coming for me. He is. So, disable one of his turrets, and that's a big positive. Our destroyer is now taking the opportunity to move in on him. You can see his 1 turret is disabled. He's obviously used his damage control, and is so focused on me that the wall of skill just absolutely eats it. And we are up. We've got all 3 capture points. The Baltimore, I believe, is chasing one of our BBs there. our Iowa. There's still an enemy destroyer around, but with 800 points versus 400, and the Baltimore essentially out of the action. We've got this match wrapped up. I look at the sinking wreck of my enemy here. He did a valiant push. If he pushed harder and I wasn't lucky, I could have been the sinking ship. And I turned towards the channel. Maybe I can a little bit of horn there just to warn the DD. Maybe I can get to within striking distance of the Baltimore. And then we see the torpedoes, so we know exactly where the DD is. And we've pretty much got this match wrapped up. 13,000 HP left. 20 seconds until my next repair slash heal can kick in. And like I said, made a big mistake there with that Osage. I turned it just a little bit too much trying to get the third turret in play and paid the price for that one big hit. Otherwise, this thing tanks like a boss. I'm pleasantly surprised at it. The buffs that it got obviously made a big difference. It's not so susceptible to burning as quickly as one thinks. And yeah, this match is pretty much over. We're at 974, 976 as the points tick. Our DD is blindly firing to the smoke there, trying to find the enemy DD. Baltimore is literally almost sailed off the edge of the earth there. And there we go, 1,000 points. Finally, I actually won a ranked match, or I was in a winning team in the ranked match. So let's look at some of the stats quickly before we move on to the next match. And as you saw yesterday, yay, I'm in 14 again. Wow. 180,000, 20,000 profit out of all of that. 75 damage, but I got Dreadnought received exceeding 120% of your ship's damage. Got some missions completed here. And again, like I said, I don't know. Wasn't the best player, but yeah. And it's always good to compliment your players that play well. The Z46, he played really well, communicated, and I enjoyed playing with him. Now the next match that I want to showcase is in Seattle. Now when I posted on Reddit, the comments were that the Seattle is a little bit too fragile, and that the only way to play it effectively is to find an island. And I've discovered that. My Donskoy is actually, to me, a more effective ship. The radar is further, it's got good HE, it tanks a little bit better. It doesn't tank like a Baltimore, this thing can't tank at all. But, you know what, sometimes one needs to set fire to the rain, if we can quote Adele. Or if you want to quote that, what was it, Alfred from one of the Batman movies? Some men just want to watch the world burn, and that's the Seattle. Right, so I'm heading off to the island there. I want to try and find myself an island to hide behind and see if I can be actually useful. And I realize in a minute or so that the island I'm heading to is the wrong island that I had in mind. I need to head to the one here on my right hand side. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while this game goes on. Because I'm doing this voiceover at 7 AM in the morning after playing a whole night and trying to eke out 1 or 2 wins and some decent play. Anyway, I realized shit, that's the wrong island. I need to be behind this island on my right here, and I start turning. And they've captured one of the circles, and we haven't seen anything yet. The rest of my team is heading towards that mountain range thing there, that big island there in the middle. Swing my guns around, and there's one battleship. Oh, look at the layout. 4 cruisers, 2 battleships. This will be interesting. So, do I fire yet? No. Oh, no. That's just too juicy a target to give up. Not close enough to the island as I want to be yet. But we can make it work. We can make it work. If he's got low arcs, he can't get hold of me. One of their cruisers already in trouble. And everything goes dark again. Hopefully soon somebody will spot. Ah, there's another battleship. But he's behind the island. I can't get to him. Even with the amazing arcs that Seattle has. Right. Obviously some of my teammates have shots on him and they're able to shoot. And let's have a look. Let us have a look. Moving to the center to stop the center cap there. Okay, alright, now I understand and I can reach him. Time to send some high explosive over. And the fire rate in one shell every 5 seconds. I get a spotting credit or something. I'll have a look at that in a second. Ooh, ooh, oh. The other battleship spotted me, took a shot at me. Luckily, not a citadel. Ooh, next set of shots he took was a citadel, but I realize I'm getting behind the island. I should be, and this is where I want to be. Stop and start lobbing HE. I've got 3 heal slash, yeah, hull repairs, so it can go good. That can go well. Let's have a look. Scoring some nice hits on the battleship over there, and I'm not spotted. Nobody is aiming at me. Let's see. My only concern, as you saw me looking backwards there, was this ship coming around the back there, and look at all our guys sitting there around the corner. I decide to pop my radar, and I get 2 spots. First one. Yeah, Rune sitting over there, and he is now caught in the open, and our entire team is going to start opening up at him. Obviously my shells is, the arc is just not big enough, they can't get to him. I reverse a little bit, maybe I can get a shot or 2 onto him, but no, I'm hitting the island. But he's in a world of trouble there. Everybody is shooting at him, and he realizes it. Look at my eye, guys. They are spread out perfectly. And he's caught in the open. And you got to feel for the guy. He had a good idea. Wasn't a bad position. If you're unspotted or you're not focused, I suppose you could move in and out from the island and take shots. These ships will move way too slow. They're not like World of Tanks where you can peek, shoot, and scoot back. And that Rune is about to pay the price for a mistake over there. One of the battleships is trying to sneak around there, but he's alone. I can't get a shot on him. Only got 11,000 damage so far. There was another ship on my left here. I think it was in Alaska. I moved forward and there we go. There he is. There it is. And I start popping shells towards him. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Then Citadel, please, then Citadel, please, then Citadel. Ow, 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 ow. Pop my repair. I set him fire, and I move back. The idea was just to spot him. There, one of my BBs goes in. They can smell the kill, and I'd like to think that was a good play on my side. Both of our battleships are now rushing him. I am slowly reversing, and this island play was really, really good. He's popped his radar, obviously to see who's coming at him, but I'm sorry to say, but you're screwed. The entirety of my team is now heading. They can smell a kill, and they want to get away from the rest of your fleet coming around that corner. 2 battleships, a cruiser, and myself on an Alaska. No chance in hell. Next enemy battleship coming around. I got 2 cruisers in the open. No idea what the hell they were doing. So my aim here was a little bit of potato, but I'll get it adjusted soon. And I set to fire, and damage is counting nicely. 35,000 damage as he lets a single fire burn. As a rule with battleships, if you don't play all the warships, the moment you get one fire, you let it burn. 2 or more fires, you use your repair kit. Biggest thing is he had 3 fires there from me now, and then he had to use his repair kit or his repair party, and now he's coming at me. A shell arc can't really reach, and then somebody else sets him on fire. So now he will burn for a minute and a half. Depends on if he uses the premium repair crew consumable. And he realizes he's caught in a difficult spot. He's got 2 cruisers on his left side, and he's got an annoying Seattle on his right side, and they are all shooting at him. I try and reverse, see if I can maybe get shots from this side of the island where I'm not hitting the mountain, and his guns are pointing away, and I see their Musashi eventually takes care of our rune. Ouch, shouldn't have been out there in the open in the first place. Our Jean Bart has just taken care of another enemy battleship. So 2 cruisers and a battleship remaining. Now he's pointing his guns forward, and he realizes this is a lost cause. Here I so wish I had my Donske. The torpedoes just would have been so perfect here. Even something like a Neptune. But some torpedoes are going out. Obviously our rune has torpedoes on him, and he's going to eat a wall of skill there. Donk, 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 donk. And oh no, it was our Ibuki. My apologies. I thought our rune got destroyed. Yes, it was our Ibuki, and he got frustrated, and I think he just decided, nah, fuck it, throw the game. 2 cruisers left. Let's see what we can do here. Time to get away from my island. Much as I love my island here, I need to capture. Sip of coffee. There the enemy rune goes, destroyed by Jean Bart. Enemy has 1 cruiser left, and this was a really enjoyable game. I'd like to think positioning by that island with a radar was the right move to do. It put the rune in a difficulty, and it put that battleship that came around in a difficulty. And of course that Alaska that was sitting behind the mountain there, the moment I spotted him, and with the radar we realized he's alone, our battleships and the Ibuki could just push him and obliterate him quickly. And again, these guys weren't fighting as a team, and of course this guy is 8 penetration, 62 damage so far, and I get the last kill of the game. So the Seattle, good for ranked, probably not as good as the Donske. When you look at that, rank 13, finally. One can only laugh. Anyway, 206,000. I'm again 4th there. Not very good because it goes on damage and XP. And I like to think my play there was tactical. 55,000 profit. And back to the port. Ladies and gentlemen, I will continue posting some World of Warships gameplay as it happens in the ranked matches. Until we speak again, cheers.